It's 5 o'clock, it's Wednesday, and it's time for...
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
And this is Review Show, episode number 23, I think, or something like that. I don't know, I'm losing count. First of all, guys, thank you very much for being a part of this. We absolutely have a blast doing this, don't we?
Yeah.
And we've got 4 products this week. And you know what? I think all of them are good. I think all 4 of them are good. And Ryland is super excited this week because he's reviewing an Alakazam product. Look at the smile. Look at the smile on his face. He loves Alakazam. Got an Alakazam product we're going to be looking at today. So without further ado, we're going to get into it with one of the hottest items that is available at the moment from an amazing magician. We're going to look at that right now. Right, so review number 1, we have Marc Oberon's new item, Outstanding. Now, I did an interview with Marc a couple of weeks ago on this channel, and he actually performed this to me on that interview before it was even commercially available. So, and I got to see it before a lot of people. And if you've seen the interview I did with Marc, I was blown away because I watched him do this. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I've since got a copy of this. I've learnt it. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in a minute, and you and I can have a bit of a chat about it. But I'm going to perform it first of all, very quickly. Okay. So Ryland, I have an envelope in my pocket down here. When I snap and I'll even show you. Hang on a second. I've got an envelope right down here in my pocket. I'm going to pop it back in my pocket for a second. And when I snap my fingers, you're going to name any card, any one of the 52. It's completely up to you. Get that card in your mind and name it right now.
10 of diamonds.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're happy with that?
Yeah.
Now, do you remember that before we did anything, I said that I've got an envelope in my pocket? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And inside the envelope, I want you to see, I've got a piece of paper. One piece of paper. It's not like I've got a million envelopes. It's not like I've got a million pieces of paper. One piece of paper, one envelope. And I want you to check this out because this is so weird. Have a look at this. On that piece of paper, you said the 10 of diamonds, and there it is. The 10 of diamonds. Boom. And then I can just take this, pop it back inside here. Just pop it away. There we go. Pop it in my pocket, and I am reset, ready to do it again. And that's Outstanding by Marc Oberon. And you know what? I really think this is a great name for a trick because this is outstanding. What do you think of it?
I think it's very good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did you catch the interview with Marc that I did? Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't watch the interview? But I showed you the part of it.
Yeah, you did show me part of it.
Where he did the trick on me, and you were like blown away. You were like, that makes no sense, how do you do that? And then I got it and I practiced it and I showed it to you and you were blown away again, weren't you?
Yeah. And then you taught me.
And then I taught him how it was done, absolutely.
Next time, I really like Marc Oberon, but next time you do an interview with someone like him, can I be on it and ask a couple of questions?
Oh, you want to be interviewing the people, do you? You want to ask a couple of questions?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Let me down below. What do you think? Shall I let Ryland do some of the interview? I know you were gutted when I was doing an interview with Matt Baker. You really wanted to be on the interview with Matt Baker, didn't you? Because you were a big fan of a lot of his Memdex stuff. Yeah, maybe. We'll consider it. Although some of the guys that I interview, it's like really late at night because they're from America, and so I'm like interviewing them at like midnight. But maybe if you're not in bed, we'll see. Right. Anyway, so Marc Oberon's Outstanding. What you just saw there, that's basically the effect. You have somebody name a card. You have an envelope. Inside the envelope is a piece of paper. On the piece of paper is printed the name of the card. Now, I'm here in jeans and a shirt. I haven't got a jacket on. If you were out gigging this and you had a jacket on, you could actually you could actually say, look, I've got one envelope in my pocket, and you can have it sticking out your pocket. You can get them to name the card, and you can come back in and take that one envelope that's sticking out the pocket. I can't do that because I'm wearing jeans, so I've just got it in my pocket, which still works fine. But you can actually see Marc performing this if you watch the interview. Yeah, I mean, the other thing that you need to know about this is it doesn't have to just be playing cards. You actually get the gimmicks included in the set to be able to predict anything. Marc has got a really clever way of having somebody name anything at all, and you've predicted it on a piece of paper in an envelope in your pocket. So you could have somebody just do a drawing of anything, and you've got a prediction of that drawing in your envelope in your pocket. You can have somebody name a state of America. You can have somebody name anything. It's got a really clever way. I don't want to give it away, but he's got a really clever way of doing this with no memory work. You heard that right, no memory work. So you can literally predict anything, and using Marc's technique, you can immediately go into your pocket, take out the wallet, take out the piece of paper, and you can show it that you've predicted absolutely anything. So I've been reading The Magic Cafe over the last couple of weeks, and people have been discussing this. And one of two questions has been coming up a lot, so I'm going to address those two questions right now. The first question, well, three questions. The first question is it practical from a reset point of view? Well, I reset that in front of the audience. It's an instant reset. It only takes up one pocket. So if you've seen Bang On by Marc Oberon, which was brought out many, many years ago, which has a similar feel to it in a way, you did have to take up a lot of pocket space. This isn't the case. So only one pocket is used. It's an instant reset. It's ready to go anytime, anywhere. And the gimmicks are really well made. They should last a lifetime. The envelopes especially are really, really good. I've never seen an envelope like that before. There's a lot more to the envelopes than you'd think. So that's the first question. Yes, it's practical. The second question that comes up, can you do it close up, or is it designed just for sort of stage? Well, you could do this really well on stage. You could do this really well parlor. Absolutely fine, not a problem at all. However, you could do it close up. Now, there are angle considerations, and you don't want to get too close to the audience. So I wouldn't do this mix and mingle where you've kind of got people everywhere and you've got people to the side. Oh, sorry. You got people to the side of you and you've got people behind you. I wouldn't do it mix and mingle. But table magic, if you're approaching a table and you can do it there to the whole table, I think that's absolutely fine. Bunko booth style situations, parlor show is absolutely fine. Close-up situations where you can manage the angles and you can kind of maybe take a small step back. I mean, you don't have to be ridiculously far from people. Like when I showed it you were like right in front of me and he didn't have a clue. So it's absolutely fine. But you do want to be able to manage your angles on that. But being able to do it close up, I don't see that as an issue at all. I think that you can do it close up. You just need to be aware of your angles. I personally think that the best place for this is in sort of a big table situation. And then the third thing that I've seen on the Magic Cafe is people have turned around and said, well, I don't think that's as good as the invisible deck. I think the invisible deck is much better than that. And that's fair enough. But you're not understanding that this isn't just a prediction of a playing card. This is a prediction of anything. Marc demonstrated it to me with a playing card, but you could literally do anything. Like I say, when you understand how the system works, and it isn't just a trick, it's a system, you could adapt this to anything. So if you've got creativity inside you, this is kind of like a tool. You know, like, you can get a 6-way out or a 4-way out. This is basically a way of doing almost like a 52-way out without memory work. So you don't just have to be limited to playing cards. But even if you were just limited to playing cards, I actually think that there's a big improvement on the invisible deck with this, because the invisible deck, the problem with the invisible deck is that you've got a deck of cards out in front of you. So you've got access to all of the cards. And yes, one's turned over, but you do have all the other cards there. With this, as long as it's performed correctly, they believe that you've got one piece of paper, one envelope, and you've written it down, you've predicted a written prediction. You haven't got loads of other cards in play. So I think it's a lot stronger, and I think I'll use this as an opener. You know, like, hey, my name's Craig, I'm the magician here today. I just want to try something just to make sure I'm in sync with you. You, sir, can you name a playing card? Oh, fantastic, because I've got this envelope here, inside the envelope, boom. Just establish credibility from the first second. But, as I say, I am working on ways of incorporating this into other routines that don't even use playing cards and the options there as well. I've talked a lot about this. What do you think of it? You got any questions, or have I pretty much covered everything?
You've pretty much covered all the questions.
I think I have covered everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask those questions at all now.
Were you? Okay, cool. So I pretty much covered everything. You know how it works. You said that you want to do this. In fact, you have performed it a couple of times, haven't you? Zoom and stuff. It's great for virtual shows as well. For virtual shows, it's absolutely perfect. Absolutely killer for virtual. What would you give it?
100.
You know what? I'm going to give this 100% as well. If it was just a playing card, it would probably get about 92, 95%. But because there's so much else you can do with it, I think I'm going to go with 100%. Yeah, you need to be aware of your angles. You need to be aware of the limitations of the prop. But to be honest, there's not many angles. There's not many limitations. As long as you're aware of... And that comes down to practice. So as long as you practice it and you're aware of what's going on, I think it'll be absolutely fine. I'm going to give this 100%. I love this. It's going in my pocket, staying in my pocket. I think it's great. Okay, so review number 2 is Acroindex by Blake Vogt. I'm a massive fan of Blake Vogt. You are going to perform this and then we're going to talk about it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it, right?
Daddy?
Yep.
I've got a prediction on the other side of this index cards.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to put it down here.
Under your Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't touch it.
Okay.
Now, so I've got a pack of cards.
Yeah.
And what I want you to do is just say stop.
What,
Wait.
anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
Stop.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the card. So the camera goes for me.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now. Do you remember I had this prediction?
Yes, I do.
Would it be good if it said your card on?
Yes.
Your card.
Okay, that's terrible, right?
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
That's better. That's awesome. That's awesome. Boom. And that is Acroindex. That was good. Well done, right? So that is Acroindex. You love this, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about what I think about this.
No, let me talk about why I think it's good.
Okay, go on then.
Because it's easy to do.
Okay.
And it changes really quickly when you shake it.
Yeah.
And you can do it. You don't have to do it with a deck of cards and just do it. Well, you don't have to do it with a deck of cards. You could do it like with something else because I forgot what it's called, but then you can rub the writing.
Yeah. Dry erase. Yeah, because it's a dry erase thing. Yeah, he's absolutely. You basically just summed up what I love about this trick. You're absolutely right. Blake bought one of these out many years ago with a normal index card. This new version is dry wipe, so you can wipe the ink off. And you can do lots of different routines with it. And Blake has got lots of different ideas for lots of different routines. With the old version, you had to commit to one of those routines and then write on it, and you couldn't take the ink off. But with this, you can very easily. So you are right. The fact that you can rub it off, you can do lots of different things. Blake's got some really great ideas with it. It is very easy to do. Like you say, it's basically an acrobatic card made out of an index card. So you can be in a situation, I mean, it's an instant reset. You can literally be in a situation like Ryland just showed you. I can show your card here and then I can boom, change it. And it really looks that clean. It looks so good. It really does. He's got a great idea for virtual shows, which I am absolutely going to do. And what he does with virtual shows is he's doing the thing over Zoom and he picks somebody and he says, look, I've got a prediction here, and he shows that he's got this piece of card and he holds it here and he says, I'm going to make a prediction, and he writes something on there and he says, now what I'd like you to do is look around the room and look at any object and think of it. And they go, yeah, okay. And he says, okay, what are you thinking of? And let's say they say chair. He said, if this had your object on it, would that be good? And they say, yes. And he turns it around, it has your object. And he's like, oh, there you go, that's good, isn't it? And he said, okay, you don't look very impressed. And then he shakes it and it turns into chair. No force. Whatever it is they name, he can literally change it there and then. He's got some other ideas where you can, he put this in Instagram a while ago, it looks really good. You can have an index card and it says side 1, you turn it round, it says side 2, you turn it round, it says side 3, you turn it round, it says side 4, and then it says side 5, you can change it 5 times, which looks really good. I like the idea of doing a transpo with it. So I like the idea, I'm going to get another one of these, and how I want to use this, and he'd never talked about this on the download, but how does this sound for an idea? I want to talk about the Pendragons. You know the Pendragons, they do the metamorphosis illusion, the sub-trunk. I showed you them doing it like in a second, from way back in the day. Do you remember? No, okay. Well, I want to talk about the Pendragons, and I want to talk about how fast they do metamorphosis, and I want to have one card with Jonathan Pendragon on it, and I want to have one card with Charlotte Pendragon on it, and I want to hold them here and just do this and have them change that quickly. I think that'll look really good. I also like the idea of getting another idea, because it's now I can't remember the name of it. Dry wipe. Yeah. An idea that Blake's got is you can get someone sign one of these, and then you can take a piece of paper and rub their signature off, but you haven't really. so that you can then shake it and the signature comes back on again, which is really, really clever. There's so many different things that you can do with this. I like the idea of having loads of ink and shaking it and having it turn into like the name of a card or something. And what's cool is it literally would just fit into a pocket. So it's very, very practical. It's in there. You're ready to go anytime, anywhere. As soon as you want to do it, you bring it out. And this is the setup. It's done in front of you. Now I'm set up, in this case, to do the trick that Ryland did. So I'm set up to do the your card thing. And then I'm set up to change it again. It is that quick. I love this. You are right. I think this is really good. Your synopsis was great there,
I'm
right?
giving it 100.
You're giving it 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake is a really creative guy. And this is just another example of his creativity. I think that... the best use of this is yet to come. I think there's going to be some really creative people that buy one of these and come up with something so cool with it. Yeah, you know, I'm going to give it 90%. I really like it. 100% from him, 90% from me. It'll last a lifetime as well. It's very, very, very well made. And the case it comes in, grab that case over there. The case it comes in, thank you very much, which I'm not going to show you because it's got the instructions and the password on the other side. But this is designed to keep it nice and safe when you're traveling. So you can literally just pop it inside here and it keeps it nice and safe. Really, really good. Pack small, plays big. And they do stage sizes of this as well. You know, really big ones for stage. They do really big stage ones. That'd be really cool. But anyway, yeah, highly recommended. 95% from me, 100% from him. Right, so review number 3 is by Christopher T. Magician. Christopher T. Magician, that's the name, so cool. And I'm not going to tell you the name of this trick until after. And the reason is, I have not let Ryland look at this trick, have I?
No.
I've not let him look at it. He doesn't know what it's about. And the reason is, I think this is the best trick I have ever seen for a family performer, for a magician, somebody who does family shows, kids shows, where there's parents and kids in the audience. I think this is the best trick that I've ever seen. And I want to perform it. And obviously I haven't got a room full of kids and parents here, but what I do have is I have you and I have your mummy behind the camera. So we're going to pretend that I'm doing a show and you don't know what this is. And I'm going to do this for you and mummy. And we're going to see how it goes, okay? And hopefully I'll get a real performance so you can see what this is like. So what I have is I have here a purple bag. And inside this purple bag, I have... a prediction sort of thing. We're going to come back to that a little bit later on. I also have a whole bunch of cards. And all of these cards have different animals on them. There's lots and lots of different animals. You get the idea, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try and do something right now. We'd normally do parents versus kids, but because it's just you and Mummy here, we're going to have Ryland versus Mummy in a game. See if you'll win or see if Mummy will win. We're going to have a couple of rounds of this. And the idea is really simple. I am going to take a card, and there's all different animals on these cards. I'm going to take a card, and we'll have Mummy go first, because ladies go first. Yeah. So I'll have Mummy go first, and whatever is on the card, she has to make the noise of that animal. And then you have a go at a different animal, and you have to make the noise of the animal. Whoever makes the best noise of that animal wins a point. And then we'll see who wins the rounds, okay? So we'll start with the first animal. So let me see. The first one, we'll let Mommy go first, is a cow. So can you please make a cow noise?
Moo!
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now you have to beat that. Obviously, we're going to have a look at this card for you. Ryland, you get a butterfly, mate. So can you go ahead and do a butterfly noise, please? No noise. No, not actually.
I don't do a noise.
Okay, so Mommy won that one. That's absolutely fine. Let's go for round 2. No, that's okay. Don't get upset. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Number 2. Let's see what we got. Okay, a snake. Mummy, you're 1-0 to Mommy. Can we have a snake noise, please, Mummy? That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. Ryland, a starfish.
Doesn't make a noise.
What?
It's not fair.
I don't know. It's just which way to order the cards. Okay, so that's 2 for Mommy. Right, let's do another one. A sheep. Sheep, can we have a sheep, please, Mommy? That was good. That was good. This is your chance to come back. It's 2-0 to Mommy. Ladybird. Ladybird?
Don't make noises.
Okay, so that's 3-0 to Mommy. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. A lion, please, Mommy. That was good. If you get this one, maybe you could win. A fish, Ryland.
I think he needs to win that one.
Let's try one more. A pig. That was a good pig. That was a good pig. What do we have? A snail, Ryland. No, not the actions, the noise.
No, that's a noise.
Look, I tell you what. Look. You're obviously not very good at this. You're obviously not very good at this. It's fine.
You don't let me have the noise.
It's okay. It's fine. It's the luck of the cards, mate. It's the luck of the
Another
cards.
one.
Look, I tell you what we'll do. We'll try it this way. We'll do a different thing. If you win this last round, then we'll say that you've won the whole thing. If not, Mommy's won. Okay. Well, last one. I need you both to pick a card. So we'll go with you first of all. Can you just say stop for me?
Stop.
There we go. We're going to put Mommy's card there. Well, just say stop in time you want.
Stop.
Okay, we'll put your card right there. Okay, now we're not going to look at these cards right now. But obviously, there's loads of different animals. There's sheep, there's rabbits, there's, I don't know, turtles, frogs, donkeys. There's a whole bunch of different animals here. You guys have picked 2 animals. And at the beginning, I said there was a prediction in here. There's actually an animal inside here. Inside this bag, I've put an animal. If the card that Mommy picked has, if the animal on the card that Mommy's picked is the animal in the bag, she wins. But if the animal on the card that you've picked is in the bag, you win. If neither one of you have got the animal, I win. So let's have a look. What has Mommy got? She's got a giraffe. So, hang on, it'd be even better if there was a giraffe on your card as well. And you both picked a giraffe and there was a giraffe in that bag as well. Would that be awesome?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome because right here, Mommy picked a giraffe and you picked a zebra. Okay, that didn't work, but let's have a look and see what's in the bag. Let's see if Mommy won, or let's see if you won. It is indeed it's a giraffe. Oh, actually, hang on, this is weird. It's a weird giraffe zebra looking thing. That's kind of really weird. I tell you what, we'll call that we'll call that a draw, but there's a problem here. Hang on, there's a head. And there's a head.
And there's 4 legs.
Yeah, but there's no... Oh, hang on a minute. I think it might be in here. Oh, it's the bottoms! Ah! I love that trick. Look at that. I absolutely love this.
Bottom!
So this is what you get. Obviously it's a little difficult doing it on a one-on-one thing. But I just think that first bit is genius. Where you've got it set up so the adults win. And if you're in a room with like 30 or 40 kids and all the adults are at the back of the room and you're going kids versus adults and you're like, right, okay, adults, can you make this noise? And they go, bah! And you go, kids, can you make the noise? And it's a starfish. How frustrated would you be if you were there with 30 of your friends and you were getting animals that you couldn't do noises of? You'd be livid, wouldn't you? It'd be such a funny moment right there. And it's a way of bringing the adults into the performance. And the way that Christopher does it is he brings after he does that, so he does that to the whole audience. So he gets everybody involved. And then when he's done that, he gets an adult and a kid on stage and he does this last bit with the prediction.
We both win.
On stage. Yeah, it's a draw. It's a draw, right?
Yeah.
And you do this with the kids. I just think this is brilliant. But I also think, you tell me, you're a kid, would this work over a Zoom show? So if you were doing like a kid's show over Zoom and you said to the birthday child, okay, we're going to do a game. Can you grab your mom or your dad and get them on screen with you? We're going to do something with your mom and your dad. And we get them, you spotlight them on screen and you get them to actually do it against each other on a Zoom call. I think that'd be really funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But, this is brilliant. Honestly, as somebody who does quite a lot of family shows, I know that this is going to absolutely kill. On the download, you get live. It's called Two-Headed Prediction. I didn't want to tell you the name of the trick beforehand because it'd give away what the finale is. But it's called Two-Headed Prediction. I think this would slay. I think this would absolutely kill. I think you could get 10 minutes out of this, and you can play it as a game. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a magic show. You can actually play this as a game. If you're doing a sort of a package with a game section. I just love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and I'm most definitely going to put this in Zoom shows, in live shows. I'm going to do this all of the time. I think this is brilliant. I know I've already given something 100% today. I'm going to give this 100% as well because I think...
You did 3.
Two
100%.
things 100%. Yeah, I just think this is brilliant.
Last time you did 3.
I know. There's just
And a
really
90.
there's some really good items coming out right now. But I just know if you're a family performer, if you perform for family or kid shows, I think this is going to be absolutely amazing. What are you going to give it?
100.
100%. I'm not surprised. Brilliant.
100, 100, 190, 100.
So Christopher T. Magician, this is absolutely brilliant and highly recommended. Right, so the final review is another Alakazam item. Now on this show, we like to do reviews on some of the latest items, hence the reason we've been looking at, Outstanding and Two-Headed Prediction, but we also like to look at some of the older items, don't we? Stuff that's been out for a while. This came out about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, through Alakazam, your favourite magic company, and is a routine called Ocular, by Alexis de la Fuente, I think it is, who's created a lot of magic over the years. And, I've done this for a very long time. This is something that you perform as well. And, a lot of people don't know about this. So we thought we'd review it just so that we can maybe bring it to people's attention that don't actually already do this, because it is an exceptional card to impossible location. And recently on the channel, somebody asked me on a Q&A, what's my favourite card to impossible location that's non-folded? And I said probably a card to envelope or a card to wallet. And this is an exceptional version of card to envelope, because of the visual. Do you want to perform it?
Yeah.
Go on, perform it then, and then we'll talk about it.
Daddy?
Yep.
I've got like this card.
Card?
Well, like envelope with a hole in it.
Yes, that's not a card. Okay.
Not a card. I've got Sharpie and I've got a pack of cards. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pick any card.
Any one of them?
Yeah, any card.
Ooh, I'm going to go for that one right there.
Sure you want that one?
Yep.
Okay, put it back.
What's the Sharpie for?
Oh, to sign it.
Oh, you
Sign
forgot. Oh.
Yeah.
Go on,
sign
look
it.
away then. Okie dokie, there you go. Sign card, yep. Cool, okay.
Put it back in.
Okay, yep.
And I'm going to give the cards a couple of cuts.
Okay.
There.
Lost.
Yeah, lost in the deck.
Although, if it was really lost, you could shuffle the deck.
Oh, yeah. I'll shuffle them. If you don't believe me.
Okay, that's
we
fair.
Lost.
Okay, cool, yep.
We lost. Okay. Now. So now I've got this envelope.
Yeah, the one with the hole in it.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the envelope with the hole in it. Now, do you remember your card?
I do.
What's this?
Whoa!
One card appears in
One card appears inside the envelope.
Yeah.
One card only.
Yeah, do you know what? That might not be your card. So do you know what? Shall we have a look? It could have been any of these. Your card could have been any of these.
Although if that's not my card, then this whole thing is slightly anticlimactic, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so let's try. Is it?
Okay.
Let me just pull it out. There. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try.
That's the one. That's the one. That is indeed my card. Very, very good. Well done, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's a way of having. It's basically a card to envelope, basically, isn't it? But what's nice about it is it's that visual. Where you show the envelope and they see a hole, and you can take a pen if you want to, and you can put the pen through the hole, and just by flicking, the card appears inside there. It looks so good. It reminds me of an old trick from Richard's Almanac, Holy P.O.D. I think it was called, from many years ago.
Have you got any questions after this?
Oh right, okay. I've got questions for you. Okay, well yeah. Let me ask you a few questions. How easy is it to do?
Easy.
Is it?
Yeah, I learned it in an hour.
Any sleight of hand?
No,
There's a double lift, isn't there?
that's it.
Okay. Is it a practical trick? Is the reset good? Are the angles good? Is everything good?
Resets easy. Angles you can't really have from the side, like here,
Okay.
or here. Anywhere like in half a circle from behind.
Okay.
At the front, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. And I suppose if you did have people behind you, you could actually make it appear by doing that, and then that would be okay as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's really strong. You know, on the download, Dave Loosely, who performs this, he goes through a few different ideas for this. Peter Nardi and Dave Loosely go through a few different ideas. One thing that I thought was really nice is he does a version of this where he has another card in the deck. So he has two people pick a card, and one person signs the card, one person doesn't. And he's got this envelope, and there's a different coloured backed card in there. And he says, right, you picked a card. I've got a prediction inside here. He takes the prediction out, and it matches the card. And then he says to the second person, but you signed the card. And then he proceeds to make it appear in there, which is really great. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you just saw Ryland do a trick. You saw him do it. It's very, very easy to do. If you can do a card control, if you can do a double lift, you can do the routine. What makes it better than a normal card to wallet or card to envelope is the envelope is out on the table from the beginning. They can see it's empty.
I don't really want to break the envelope because it is hard to make.
Yeah, I mean, you can get envelopes like this, and you could cut a circle in it, but this is very precise, isn't it, for the gimmick? It's perfectly precise. Yeah, you want to be careful with these props, but they are very well made. Yeah, you know, is there a negative to it? If I was saying that there was any negative, it's the fact that you know, when the card is put down on the deck, and you know, you have to turn it over before you give it them. But I think that's all really motivated. I mean, Ryland's got little hands, so because Ryland's got little hands, he couldn't put the deck down. But normally, when I do this, when the card's in the deck, I hold the deck with my hand, and I flick and I make the card appear. And then I literally just open it up and I flick it down, and I immediately give them the card out, and that's absolutely fine, and that's way more motivated. Yeah, you know what? I've done this for years. I will continue to do it. I love it. I'm giving it 90%. It's a real worker for me.
I'm giving it 100.
And that moment, you know, it's hard to make an impossible location visual. But that moment there where you do that and the card just appears in the envelope, which is obviously empty because they can see all the way through it, it is a beautiful moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a beautiful moment. What, are you giving it 100%?
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised.
It's very, 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 very good.
Very, 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 very good. 100% from him.
Wait there. Very, very, very 2 billion million hours later. Very, very, very good. Epic, I mean.
Epic.
Yeah.
Not just good, but epic. Yeah. There you go. Another amazing Alexis product. 90% from me, 100% from him, and 17 billion very epic.
Another review show in the bag.
That's your catchphrase now, isn't it? It was another review show in the bag. 4 amazing items. We're going to have to look for some rubbish tricks for next week. We've had 2 weeks now of really good tricks. We're going to have to look for some rubbish tricks. Yeah. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. If there's a particular item that you want to see reviewed, let us know. We'll try and review it for you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all that stuff. You know, really, thank you very much. We've got a magic stuff coming up on Thursday. Friday, we've got a magic rant. Saturday, we've got an honest trailer. Sunday, a Q&A. And we've got lives going up every single day at 6 o'clock. I'll be back with the Kid Magician on next Wednesday with a whole bunch of more tricks.
Yeah.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.